Hi everybody, hope that you are doing well today. Today I want to do a favorites video. Now I don't do these videos super often, in part because I don't know how interested people are in my favorites, but I have a couple of things that I did really want to talk about because I've been really enjoying them and or they've been super useful to me, so I just thought that it would be fun to share. I have a variety of things to talk about, from bags to life experiences, and I'd love to hear what your current favorites are for this year so far. Getting right into it, the first item that I have to talk about without a doubt is my Louis Vuitton Sienna PM. Now this bag is a discontinued style and I got it 4 years ago, I think, from Fashionphile, I believe, and this has been a workhorse in the winter and like spring months for me. This bag, as you can see, is a Louis Vuitton canvas with the treated vachetta, and I have been using this almost non-stop in bad weather. With the rain, with the slush, with the snow, I really want a bag that is durable, I don't have to worry about, and so this bag has really been coming out a lot. It's a really nice size. I carry it primarily top-handled. The strap is currently curled up in the bag because I never use it, and I really like it. It fits just enough for me to go out like for the day, with the exception of if I'm going to like a workspace, because it doesn't fit my iPad, but it does fit my planner, a notebook, a water bottle, my wallet. It fits pretty much everything in a fairly like compact, small to medium sized bag, and in my opinion it sits really close on the body. Now as you can see, the Sienna is a fairly structured bag with pleating in the front and in the back, and it is prone to some structure loss. So you can see this dimpling at the sides here, which it did have when I purchased it from Fashionphile all those years ago, but it hasn't gotten any worse, in part I have to say for another favorite of mine, which is the Simone organizer that I got. Simone reached out to me a little while ago and asked if they wanted to send me any organizers, and I said yes because I wanted to try them out, and also I've heard some really good things from other creators, so I wanted to try them out. And I have to say that this has really helped keep the structure loss from getting any worse, and I also like the fact that it keeps things organized in my bag. I just have the strap curled up in there because I don't really use the strap, but I keep it in the bag just in case. Now Simone did give me a discount code that you can use. It's ClassicswithaQuirk, all one word. I'll put it in the description box and also on the screen, and that gives you 20% off your order. So if you're interested in trying Simone, I would personally recommend them. I had a really good experience and I like their inserts a lot. Now then, I've been holding this bag up for a really long time and my arm is starting to hurt, so I'm going to put it down and talk about my next favorite. Now the next favorites on my list are some fragrances, and the first one is this Kayali Vanilla 28, and as you can see, it is very well loved. Look at that dent. Now I love this fragrance clearly, and I've already purchased the 100 ml to have at the ready when this one is used up inevitably in like probably a month or two. It's a really warm, robust vanilla fragrance with some beautiful sweet notes without being saccharine, like too sugary, and in my experience it also lasts really long on the skin. I really loved using this, especially in the winter months, because the colder air just deepens the scent, and I really enjoy it. I really like it, clearly, very much. The next fragrance I want to talk about is still in the vanilla family, but it's much more fruity floral, and that is this, the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush Cheriosa number 40, and as you can see, I have made quite a dent in this as well. This is a smaller size, but I have liked it so much that I did buy the bigger size to use when this is used up, and this is not going to last me very much longer anyway, and obviously I like it a lot. As I said, this is a fruity floral, but it's, I would say, more fruity than floral, and it has some of the vanilla overtones too, which I just like it a lot. It is more of a body mist than Hermes, and it doesn't last as long, but it also is much less expensive, so you can kind of spray this with impunity, and I think that this would also be a good scent going into spring and summer. I sort of think of Sol de Janeiro as like spring, summer, very beachy, and I think that this fits very well within that genre. The next item on my list is an article of clothing, and it's actually this dress from the brand Camilla. I love Camilla's prints. They are one of my favorite design houses, honestly, and I think that they make exquisite, beautifully crafted pieces. Their designs are so detailed, and I love them a lot. I have several Camilla pieces and I absolutely adore them, and you can't really see the full effect of this dress, so I'm going to pop a picture up for you what it looks like on. I think that they're so cool. I love detailed stuff. You know that I do. I love detailed art, and so I think that Camilla dresses, Camilla jumpsuits, just Camilla clothing are works of art. All of these items, by the way, are going to be linked down below or as near as I can get. This particular dress is in fact discontinued, I think, but I'm going to just link the Camilla website for you if you're interested in browsing, because it is a delightful time if you want to just like see some beautiful pieces. Camilla dresses for the most part are all silk. They're designed in Australia and usually made in India, and I love all of my pieces so much. That being said, because they are silk, they do get a little bit chilly in the winter, and it is the winter. This is a winter favorites video, and so the other favorite that I want to talk to you about in conjunction with the dress are these. These are fleece lined tights, and they were an absolute blessing. I got them off of Amazon and I went through a lot of iterations like of trying a bunch of different tights to find the ones that worked the best for me, and these really do. I'm gonna link these particular ones down below because I wholeheartedly recommend them. I got the large, extra large size, and that's the only problem with this brand, I think, is that they don't have a big size variety, but these do, in my opinion, do stretch and the waistband isn't too tight. They are very, very warm and very thick, fleece lined, and I think that this color works really well, at least for my skin tone. They do have a decent variety of skin tones, just like darker to lighter, but this one worked really well for me. And I really like them being able to wear a nice, pretty flowy silk dress and not be freezing. There is another brand of fleece lined tights that I'm also going to link down below that make darker colors like black, brown, burgundy, and those are really good if you don't really want to sort of chance a nude paired, because I know that different colored nudes can kind of go yellow or not the right shift or like orangey. So if you want to not take a chance with like a nude color and you want something that still is very warm, I would recommend that brand. I'll link them both down below for you. The next thing I want to talk about is not luxury, but it is absolutely a favorite of mine and needs to be mentioned in a favorites video at least once a year. And that is this little phone stand that I have for my case. It's by Mind Sky, also on Amazon. I'll link it for you. And this thing is just so useful. It folds out like this and you can use it as a phone stand, but it also works as like a little tripod or something like this. So if you want to take horizontal pictures or vertical pictures, like look how awesome that is, like how useful. And it just like, it turns all the way around so you can use it in any kind of configuration. You could hang your phone like this if you wanted to. You could just hold it out, and again, it works as a stand also if you just want to like watch videos like this or film a reel or something like an Instagram or a YouTube short. Like it can like lean forward and film. This is a really useful item, and it's not very expensive. It's only about like I think $12, something like that on Amazon, and just really great. They come in a couple of different colors if you want to match it to like a rose gold or a silver or something. I just have like this color. I don't remember what it's called, but like I'll link it. This is just, it's so good. It's so good. Wholeheartedly recommend if you do any sort of video or pictures on your phone, or even if you just watch stuff on your phone and you want a way to prop it up. Like also you can just hold it like this and then not drop your phone. Like I use it like this just all the time. This is always in my description box, but I'm going to just link it extra for you in case you're interested. The next thing I have to talk about that is not tangible, but is just such a luxurious experience, at least for me, is theater. I made it my resolution last year to see more theater because I love it. I adore theater, especially musical theater. It is a dear love of mine. And in the last several years, I haven't been going nearly as much as I would love to, you know? So last year I saw 2 shows. I saw Some Like It Hot, which is fantastic. And I saw Beetlejuice, the musical, which was a marvelous, amazing experience. So funny, very rated R, but so funny, so good, like very clever. And so this year I also wanted to see some shows. So I got to see Six the Musical recently, and that was a delightful time. My goodness, I went in not knowing what to expect because I just knew that it was about Henry VIII's 6 wives and they made a musical out of it, and just you can make a musical out of everything these days, and so sure. But it was like a concert type experience, and it was so interesting and so neat. They had different like visual effects, they had a lot of like back and forth, but there wasn't like a lot of dialogue as opposed to just singing about their different experiences. There was dialogue to carry the show, but just the songs were so catchy. They were so cleverly done, and also sort of very heart-wrenching in a little bit, because obviously they were tragedies, the 6 wives, how they were killed or divorced. Well, one of them was divorced and they had a very upbeat song, but for the most part they had tragic lives, and the musical did a really good job of like kind of marrying the humor of the show and the songs to the tragedy that they experienced without making them tragic characters, if that makes any sense. They were just people that you really empathized with and that you were able to like experience sort of how they existed and how they reacted to their situations. Like Anne Boleyn, for instance, was a very like poppy type girl. I believe she was Britney Spears inspired, and so she had like a very like bubblegum poppin' like sort of air to her, like texting LOLs, stuff like that. And then in contrast, Catherine Howard, who was killed at 19, she was married at 17 and then killed at 19. She had just this really heart-wrenching song that was also very like poppy, like kind of punk a little bit. I believe that she was inspired by Kesha, like her song style was inspired by Kesha, and it was so good. It was so good. It was marvelous. I also got to see Aladdin. I saw The Play That Goes Wrong, both fantastic shows. Aladdin was fun, carried by the genie, I will admit, but very fun. The Play That Goes Wrong was just a fantastically hysterical time. So cleverly done, so good, wholeheartedly recommend it. It's off Broadway in New York, and if you get the chance to see it, do. I got to see it for a Sunday matinee, and it was just the most fantastic theater experience that I've had probably since Beetlejuice, but like in a while. It was definitely, for not a musical, one of my favorite theater experiences that I've had in quite a while. I love theater. I love performance. I could talk about it forever, so I'm going to move on to the last item on my list, and that is, without a doubt, this. This is the Bulgari Serpenti bag that I unboxed several weeks ago. I bought it from Rebag, and it is so gorgeous. I love this bag. It is a total work of art to me, and it is just such a beautiful, brilliant piece. It is a limited edition style that was made. There were 75 of these made, and I'll link the unboxing video for you so you can get a little bit more detail about it. I don't want to talk too much since I already did talk about it in a full video, but it is just, it is stunning. It is stunning. I love it so much. I do have to say there is a downside. It does not fit my phone. My phone is too tall for it and a little bit too wide. It can fit going down horizontally, but it does bulge out the sides a little bit, and I don't really want to do that. So if I wear this bag, the phone will be carried in my hand, but that is okay. I will live with it. If you're interested in a full review of this bag, just like a what fits or something, let me know. The Serpenti bag is not really talked about. Bulgari in general is not super talked about as like a brand on YouTube. It's just not as popular. I'm not sure why, because their items are beautiful, but it just isn't. But if you're interested in something that is a little bit more in depth, more detailed, just let me know. I can do a review video of it. Stunning, so gorgeous. So glad that I bought it, and just, it is such a jewel in my collection now, and I'm so happy to own it. I really, really am. I haven't really worn it yet, I'll admit. I've only had it for a few weeks, but if I didn't mention it as a favorites, I would absolutely be remiss. There you have it. Those are my current favorites for the first quarter of the year. I'd love to know what you thought about my choices, if there's anything on this list that sort of sparked your interest. I'd also love to hear from you. What's a current favorite of yours? Please do share in a comment down below. And if you like this video, please do give it a like. It super duper helps the algorithm, and subscribe for more content that helps the algorithm even more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.